how to add HCM user creation and convert that into employee. So I want to create one implementation user. Okay, HCM_IMPL1. So I'm going to create one implementation user. Okay, I'm going to create one implementation user and I want to convert the implementation user as an employee. Okay, this is one of the important interview question. Okay, I want to convert the implementation user into an employee. Okay, implementation user to employee. Okay, so in order to create an implementation user, just select any existing seeded employees, seeded users. Just click on action. Okay, and click on copy user roles. So you don't have to add any existing roles or you don't have to add any new roles. Okay, whatever the roles are there, it will be copied automatically. Okay, it will be copied automatically. So here I want to, so let us take the name of the implementation user as Jansi. Okay, so let us take implementation user HCM consultant. Okay, the Jansi.HCM consultant. Jansi.consultant I'm saying. Okay, Jansi.consultant. Okay, and password welcome one. Okay, welcome one is the password. Now click on save and close. Okay, so the user implementation user has been created. Okay, what the confirmation message is saying? Your process has been submitted. Check the status in the administration tab. Okay, click on OK. Go to the administration tab and go to user roll member transfer status. Okay, user roll member transfer status. So I have created one user called Jansi.consultant. Okay, and before that I have created future.proof. Okay, so this is the process and it was completed. So what is the step one? We have created an implementation user. Okay, we have created an implementation user. Okay, so Jansi, have you understood this one? How to create an implementation user? Ram Patel, have you understood what is the process we have done for the creation of implementation user?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do, what is the second step? So what is the topic here? Oracle HCM implementation user creation and convert that particular implementation user to employee. So what is the step one we have done? So we have copied the user from existing seeded users. Okay, so what is the seeded user I have copied? HCM_IMPL1. So I have copied from this user. Okay, and what is the user I have created? Okay, let us take future.proof. Or I want to say that some particular example. So as we are converting Jansi consultant. So this is the one I have copied from HCM user HCM_IMPL. And I have created my own implementation user. Okay, so everybody clear until here, right? Step 2. So we need to convert. Okay, I want to convert this Jansi consultant, this particular implementation user, to employee. Okay, so now I'm going to convert Jansi into employee. So go to here, setup and maintenance. Okay, manage users. So okay, in order to do this, which offering we need to select is, we need to select the financials offering. Okay, we need to select the financials offering and select here manage users. Okay, select the task called manage users. Now click on plus symbol. Okay, click on plus symbol. Okay, here what we need to do, we need to link a user account. So we need to link a user account which is already there. So we have searched the particular username Jansi.consultant. Select that particular user and click on OK button. Okay, so Jansi.consultant is the user ID. So what is the first name? So last name is consultant. What is the first name? Jansi. Okay, just give any email ID. Okay, what is the hire date? So from when you want to hire this implementation user who is not an employee into our organization as an employee. Okay, suppose let us take I want to hire this particular employee from today. Okay, that is March 30th. Okay, and send username and password details. Okay, you can just send that particular username and password to this email ID. What is the person type? This is most important. So here, what you want to convert this particular implementation user on which person type you want to convert. You want to convert as an employee or contingent worker or any other thing. So these are all system person types and user person types. We will discuss later. So employee and contingent worker are system person type. So now I want to convert this particular implementation user as a employee. So I select this employee. Okay. So which legal employee want to hire this employee? So which legal employer we have created? So what is our, okay, in this environment we have not created any legal employer, right? So now I am going to take the seeded data, US1 legal entity and business unit. US1 business unit. Job. Recruiter. Okay. Department. Human resource department. So this is resource information is not required because this is not related to our HR information. So we have selected that employee in which legal employer we are selecting, that is US1 legal entity, which business unit, which department, which location, and who is his manager. Select an employee. Curtis. Okay. So this auto provisioning concept we will discuss later. At this point of time, you don't understand what is auto provisioning. So roles request. What is the current roles? So as we have selected employee, automatically it should, okay, we are converting this particular user from implementation user, right? Okay. So these are all the roles that are already added from the copying of that one. So and by default, it is an employee. Okay. Now I'm converting an implementation user to an employee who is having proper username and password. Okay, proper username and password and user account details into a particular legal employer. So earlier we have not given any legal employer and we have not given any business unit. Okay, earlier he was just an implementation user. Okay, who came to a particular enterprise to do implementation activities as an implementation user. He is not a regular employee or regular permanent employee. So now we are converting that implementation user into an employee. Okay, this is the process. Now click on save and close. Okay, search for the user called Jansi. So here we are able to see that employee called Jansi consultant, right? Okay, now click on done. Go to home page. So how to search an employee? So go to here, click on person spotlight. So it will open a Redwood UI. Okay. Search for the employee Jansi.consultant. See here it is coming Jansi consultant. What is the person number? 7882. Okay. So this is the location, this is the department, and user person type is employee, job is recruiter, and assignment status is active, payroll eligible. Okay. So now we will see the same details. This is a classic UI. So that's the reason I'm not going for again back to the classic UI. I'm going to search the details, same details in a Redwood UI. Okay, what is the person number? 7882. So we are going to check with person number. Okay, when we are seeing this kind of issue, particularly, we are not able to see this data here. particularly in Redwood UI, we need to run one process. Please everybody remember this one. Search with ingest. Okay, search with ingest. Okay, so bulk data ingestion into OSCS for Redwood reference application. So this one is one of the important process. So what is the job it will do? Bulk data ingestion. Ingestion is nothing but loading from multiple references. Okay, multiple places. So bulk data ingestion into OSCS for Redwood reference application. Okay, select this one. Okay, and click on OK. And now click on advanced. So you want to run as soon as possible, or you want to do the schedule. So once it is completed, to whom you want to receive that notifications. If it is completed, if you want to run an email address, just give this email address of the recipient. Okay, so in all conditions, so who Jansi.consultant. Okay, just once it is got completed, a notification will be sent to this user ID. Okay, whether it is successful or warning or completed. So now I want to add another notification for future proof also. Future.proof. Okay, and now say that okay, person spotlight. Just give why you are running this particular process. Okay, just give the information. Okay, for the reason behind why you are running the process. It was completed. So now I want to log in as a Jansi. So I have logged in as an employee, and she is also implementation consultant. So how come we say that whether this employee is working or not? I'll show you the difference. Okay, before going to that, we will check in the person spotlight page the data came or not. Okay, meanwhile it will take some time. Just I'll show you the difference between an implementation consultant and an employee in terms of employee self-service pages. Okay, first of all, I'll log in with future.proof, who is an implementation consultant, but not an employee. Okay, future.proof is a pure implementation consultant, but is not an employee. Where we will see the difference. We won't see the difference in terms of my client groups, but we will see the difference in me tab. So if we go to me in future proof and personal information, so you won't find any information here. Okay, so is anyone able to see any information here, or you are seeing a blank page? Jansi, are you able to see the information, or are you seeing a blank page? Okay, so why you are seeing a blank page here? So Pranati, why you are seeing a blank page here?
Because we have logged in as implementation consultants.
Okay. Oh, for implementation consultant, it will come as a blank page.
Yes, sir. Because they are not the employee, no. So that's the reason we won't get personal info there.
Okay. So what you said is correct. So it is an implementation consultant user, but he or she is not a employee of the organization. So that being not an employee, we are unable to see any kind of personal information for the implementation users. Okay, that is what you want to convey, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So now I'm going to log in as a Jansi.consultant, who is an implementation consultant also, and she is also an employee of the organization. So now are we able to see the personal information page or not? Jansi, are we able to see the personal information page or not?
Yes, sir. We will be able to see.
Why?
Because we have implemented that implementation user into employee.
Very good. We have converted an implementation user into an employee. So as Jansi is an employee of the organization, so we have provided which legal employer she is working, which business unit she is working, and what are her personal details when we have hired. All these details we can able to see in the personal information, employment information details. Okay. So these are the details. Earlier we were unable to see this kind of infolets for the future proof implementation user. But for Jansi, we are able to see these infolets, right? So under this infolets, if you click on employment information, so what is the job? Recruiter. Business side is recruiter. In which business unit we have hired a particular employee? US1 business unit. Which department? HR department. Which location? Redwood City. Who is our manager? Curtis. When we have hired this particular employee? March 30th, 2026. Okay. This is the employment information I have given while converting a implementation user into employee. Now I'm going to add the personal information also. Okay. So I'm going to add the personal information details because it was not a regular hire. So while you are doing a regular hire, the page 1 will start with your personal details, home address details, and all this demographic information. But here we have converted an implementation consultant directly to an employee. We have not given any kind of gender details or any other details. We have not given. We have not given date of birth. We have not given any national identifier, biographic identifier, disability information. So we have not given any other information. Okay. So now I'm going to convert. I'm going to change the details. Okay. I want to change the title to Miss. Okay. She. So as we are changing the details, which is important details, we need to say on which date. So from this date. Okay. Okay. And demographic details. So marital status. Married. Okay. So as we are giving all these details from today onwards, so this change under the marital status change, it's not a married date. It's not a married date. Don't get confused. Okay. It's a marital status change. Okay. From today onwards, the status has changed. Okay. So now I've updated as an employee all these details. So in order to update a national identifier, you have to talk to the HR specialist. HR specialist will verify this national ID and then she or he will be updating this national ID details. Okay, we will see how to update national ID details from HR specialist role. Okay. So now from as an employee, she is coming and updating her details. Okay, personal information details. Okay, so these are the details. So as a HR specialist now, she is going to search particular employee. I'm updating all the assignment details as a HR specialist. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I want to update the national identifier. So in order to update the national identifier of an employee, as a HR specialist, you need to go to person details. Okay. Go to personal information. So national identifier, click here, edit. Okay, click on plus symbol. So what is the country? United States. Okay. Social security number I have updated. Okay. So date of birth. So what is the date of birth? 1/1/1994. Okay. Country of birth. United States. And just click on OK. I want to update this gender or correct this gender. Female. Okay. So all these details I am updating from this classic UI. Okay. You can update from anywhere. So I want to update it. But see here, this particular person details you are updating as a HR specialist, not as an employee. Okay. So here you want to update the phone details. So work phone, country code. Okay, this is the mobile phone number I have updated for the particular employee and email ID and address details. Okay, we have not updated the address details, right? So as we have not done from the regular hire, we have converted a particular implementation user into an employee. We have to update the address details also. Okay, I have updated the address. Okay, I update this address details also. If you want to add any contact details, you can add the contact details. Suppose it's an emergency contact. Okay. Okay, that is the phone number and this is the address details. We are using the same address. So this is the emergency contact also we have updated here. Okay. And if you want to add any extra information, you can add here. Otherwise, it's okay. Okay. Now click on submit button. Now click on OK. So we have updated all the other information like personal information and any other information as a HR specialist for the particular employee called Jansi. Okay. Now closing that record. Now going back to home page. Okay. Now as an employee, I'm just again going back and seeing the personal information page. I'm seeing the family and emergency contacts details. Whether the details which you have updated is reflecting properly or not. So whatever the details we have uploaded, the Sheldon Cooper emergency contact, so it's uploaded, right? It is properly visible, right? Properly coming or not? Okay. So this is emergency contact and this is a phone number. Okay, this is the phone number details and address details also we have same address as the employee. This is an emergency contact details. The emergency contact name, Sheldon Cooper. Okay, and we have added what we call other details from the personal information page, like social security number. So earlier social security number was not there here. So now after adding social security number, we were able to see the social security number from the employee self-services pages. This is social security number which we have added. And we have added the date of birth also from this my client groups person page. So now we are able to see those details from the employee self-service details. So this biographical information also, the date of birth, we are able to see here. So we have successfully converted an implementation user into an employee. And we are able to see all the details of the particular employee. So if you want to add any extra identification information, all these details also you can update from here also. So when there is a plus symbol, application is allowing you to update. If there is no plus symbol for the particular section, application is not allowing you to update. You have to contact your HR to update the information by providing the required details. So just you can update all these citizenship details, passport details, visas and permits you are having. All these details you can upload. Okay. So this is how you are going to update your employee self-service details once you are converted as an employee. Okay. Okay, team. If you have any queries, you can ask me. Otherwise, we are done with today's session. Ram Patel, have you understood the concept? Ram Patel, Jansi, have you understood the concept?
Sir, I understood. But in between, some process has been done, sir, in the Redwood, some ingestion, something you have been done.
Yeah, ingestion, yes. So that is a special process. Sometimes if the particular my client group's person spotlight is not working, then we need to run that particular process. But still, I think we're still not running. We need to check that. Now it is coming. Earlier we have run the process. That time it was not coming. After running the process, it is the details getting reflected from here. So from person spotlight, you can go to show more. So all the information you can directly go from here itself. Suppose you want to see the employment information. Just click on employment information tab. Okay, so these details will be shown. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So right now you don't have to worry about that particular process. I'll explain in future also. But today just remember that ingestion, OSCS ingestion process you have to submit. If you're unable to see this data, any of the Redwood pages. Okay. Okay, team. Thanks for your time and good night.
Thank you, sir.